Hello there, this is Ecotech. So let's talk about the ScanSnap iX2500, which is a wireless or USB high-speed cloud-enabled document, photo, and receipt scanner that's kind of redefining what a desktop scanner can be. And at first glance, it looks like something you'd expect to find in a modern office setup. Sleek, compact, with a surprisingly large 5-inch touchscreen front and center. And if you're used to fiddling with clunky scanner buttons and confusing software, this is immediately going to feel like a major upgrade. Because that display isn't just for looks, it's the hub of the entire experience, letting you pick profiles, switch destinations, and even customize where your scans go, whether that's directly to your PC, your Mac, a mobile device, or straight into the cloud without needing a computer in between. And that's where this thing flexes, because we're talking about support for services like Google Drive, Dropbox, Evernote, and a bunch more. So if you're working paperless or just trying to digitize your life, this is a piece of gear designed to make that workflow way more seamless. But let's break it down because the spec sheet is stacked. This guy scans at 45 pages per minute, double-sided, so you're looking at roughly 100 pages in just over 2 minutes, and with the built-in 100-page auto-document feeder, you don't have to babysit it, you just load your stack, hit scan, and it chews through the pile with a brake roller system that prevents paper jams, plus sensors that detect double feeds or skewed pages so you don't lose data or ruin documents. And I've tested this with a mix of receipts, business cards, standard letter docs, and even some slightly thicker paper, and the performance has been smooth, consistent, and faster than most office scanners I've used, all while keeping everything crisp at 600 dpi, which for most document and photo archiving tasks is more than enough. And the quality is boosted with automatic optimizations like straightening, cropping, blank, page removal, and even automatic file naming, which sounds small, but it's actually a lifesaver when you're scanning dozens or hundreds of files, because organization starts at the scan, and that's exactly what this machine is designed to tackle. Now connectivity is another highlight here, with USB-C if you're still a cable person, but also Wi-Fi 6 built in, which means you can scan directly to your phone or tablet using the app, or even to the cloud without any computer involved. And in practice, the Wi-Fi stability has been rock solid, with no noticeable lag between scan completion and file appearance on the device, so it feels like a true wireless experience, not a workaround. And when you think about it, that's the way scanners should have been built years ago, because most people don't want to tether this thing to a workstation, they want flexibility, they want a central scanner in the office or home that everyone can use without plugging in, and that's exactly the use case this is made for. Plus the ability to set up multiple custom profiles on the touchscreen means everyone in the household or team can have their own workflow, like one button to send scans to a shared Dropbox for accounting, another for uploading receipts to your personal Google Drive, another for sending images to your email, and so on. And that's one of those things that makes it feel like a modern smart device rather than just a scanner. And speaking of modern, the design here is refreshingly minimal, with dimensions of just over 6 inches deep and 11.5 inches wide. It fits comfortably on a desk without hogging space, and at 7.7 pounds it's not something you're moving around constantly. But it's compact enough that it doesn't feel industrial. It's kind of the sweet spot between personal and office gear, and while scanners are usually one of those boring office peripherals, the iX2500 makes a strong case for itself as an essential tool for anyone going paperless, whether you're a student managing notes, a small business tracking invoices, or just someone trying to digitize old family photos. And yes, it does photos really well too, not at the level of a dedicated flatbed photo scanner obviously, but for 600 dpi auto-optimized scans straight into your photo library, it's more than serviceable, and for receipts or business cards it's actually fantastic, because the bundled software makes organizing and extracting data much easier. Now in terms of power usage, it draws around 17 watts when running, which is reasonable given the motorized feeding and touchscreen, and idle power is minimal, so it's energy efficient enough for constant use. And while it's definitely on the premium side price-wise, it sits comfortably at the top of document scanners on Amazon, currently ranked number 1 in document scanners with over 4,600 reviews averaging 4.5 stars, which tells you this isn't just spec sheet hype, it's actually delivering for a lot of users. And in my time with it, I can see why. There's very little friction in the experience, the setup process is straightforward, the interface is intuitive, and the reliability of the feeding system is impressive. And I think that's the thing, because scanners are one of those devices that you only notice when they don't work right, when they jam, misfeed, or output fuzzy scans. But with this, it just works consistently, and that reliability is exactly what you want if you're digitizing hundreds or thousands of documents. And if I had to nitpick, I'd say the 600 dpi cap might disappoint professionals who need super high-resolution archival scans. But for 99% of people, 600 dpi with the automatic optimization features is going to look clean, sharp, and perfectly legible. And while I would love to see a slightly quieter motor, it's not obnoxiously loud, just noticeable in a quiet office, so not really a deal breaker, but everything else, from the wireless stability, the touchscreen, customization, the jam prevention, the automatic organization, and the sheer speed, makes this one of the best scanners you can get right now. And I think what's really interesting is that scanners have felt outdated for a long time, like relics of the office space, but devices like the ScanSnap iX2500 prove that there's still room for innovation here. And when you combine powerful hardware with cloud integration and user-friendly software, you end up with a product that isn't just for businesses. It's something that can fit into modern homes too, especially as more of us move to digital-first storage, and ultimately, that's the story here. This is a scanner built for 2025, not 2005, and if you've been waiting for a reason to finally take your paper clutter, your receipts, your photos, your business cards, and turn them into something digital and organized, this might just be the best option out there. It's fast, it's smart, it's customizable, and it delivers on the promise of a truly modern scanning experience.